Hi, Robert Chambers with Tandem Hill Farm and Supra. What we're going to show you today is how to correctly fit and adjust harness on your horse. Okay, today we have a breast collar harness that we're going to fit to Supra. Okay. First thing you want to do is make sure that you have a decent pad. Okay. We have what's called a fitted pad. And you'll see there's a lot of padding, on both sides, of the pad itself, and there's room underneath to get my fingers. This allows movement of Supra's spine up and down, as he's trotting. Okay, you don't want to have a pad that has no gap there, because it just compresses around the spine of the horse and becomes very uncomfortable for them. So the way you want to fit a pad, okay, is just put it slightly up on his withers, okay, and slide it back. Okay, you want to virtually go to the last hair on the horse's mane. Okay, he doesn't have a mane. I clip his mane off. The last hair on the horse's mane, and he wants to sit, in a comfortable position for the horse. Now we're going to tighten his girth. I'm going to get the martingale. Go through. Get his girth here. And you don't want to tighten your girth as tight as you would a regular riding saddle. It's not carrying as much weight as it would if we were sat on top of him there. But it does need to be tight enough that it's not going to rock from side to side. Okay, so we have the pad fitted. Okay, we're going to throw the traces over the horse's back. These are sewn in traces. If you had buckle in traces, you'd have a buckle here that you'd have to adjust also. So we have the traces over the horse's back. And what we're going to do, we'll start at the front and work our way back. Now you have the neck strap, which is this piece here. People say, where does the breast collar need to be on the horse's throat? Okay. What you have to adjust is depending on the type of horse that you have, whether it's high necked, low necked. You don't want it high enough that it's going to be up here, okay, and pushing into the horse's throat. Okay, and it'll sort of cut off his ear. It'll have to be when he's actually in draft to do that. You don't want it too low that it's past the point of the shoulder. Okay, if we were to drop this down. And go past the point of the horse's shoulder, like here. Okay, as he moves forward, whether it be at a walk or a trot, that's going to rub on the points of his shoulder there. Okay, so you want it to be above the point of the shoulder. Okay, so we're going to adjust it to here, his second hole. Okay, so it's fits nicely in a line along here. Point of the shoulder is here, so up a little further. The neck strap as well, this is called the neck strap, or yoke strap they call it. Okay, if you have one of these, you'll want to adjust that it's not pulling the, let me twist this around for you, it's not pulling the breast collar up. Okay. Now if you have it too tight, it's going to be working against this and you'll get a gap in your neck strap here. So you want to create this loose. Generally I have this a little bit looser than I do my neck strap. So the yoke strap I tend to leave a little bit looser, so it has room to, especially if you're driving a single or actually a pair, with the pole strap, it will give it room to move. And now, so we got the breast collar done, neck strap done. Neck strap should be fitting comfortably on top of the horse's wither. You'll see a crook in the horse's neck, okay, as it sits. Yeah, the point of the withers comes up and then there's a crook and it goes up to the neck. This would be sitting in the crook of that neck, okay. Yeah. Now the pad, we've said the pad, needs to have room underneath where you can get your fingers. You want to make sure that when you're putting this on, that it's not adjusted, that it's being forced forward. Okay, and this leading edge of the pad, okay, when the horse throws his head up or moves or goes into a canter, this leading edge will knock down and pinch his withers. Okay, so you just got to make sure that there's plenty of room there, and it's not going to interfere with his motion of the withers as he's moving. And same with the backwards as well. The back of the pad should not be leaning back. Okay, and you'll get this D-ring here for the back strap poking me in the back, and that's going to make him hollow his back out. Okay, so make sure it's sort of upright. Okay, and there's room in front and there's room behind, and there's no chance of it hitting the horse, either way. Okay, we've got the tugs here. Now these tugs are what you call quick release tugs. There's all different types of tugs. There's open tugs, Tilby tugs, French tugs, and these quick release. These are becoming pretty popular. And the way you do these, is you'll use the actual tug strap as a locking mechanism to go into the tug itself,